Newly released video shows 16 U.S. Marines being detained during their formation at Camp Pendleton in San Diego on July 25th. The video obtained by the San Diego Union Tribune shows the Marines being handcuffed by Naval Criminal Investigative Service agents in front of their peers at a parade rest. 1. Now, these arrests stem from an investigation that took place at the same camp earlier, where two other Marines were arrested earlier in the month on human trafficking charges filed by federal prosecutors in San Diego. Now, the precise nature of these arrests is not really known. It hasn't been disclosed to the public yet, but Edinburgh said the troops are suspected of involvement in the smuggling of undocumented immigrants into the United States from Mexico and various other unspecified drug-related charges. And now, this Edinburgh was a military spokesman. Essentially, these guys were being accused of not only human trafficking, but drug smuggling as well. And that's what we can get from the information that has been posted thus far. Now, according to court documents that were filed in the case, at least Salazar and Law picked up 3 undocumented immigrants in a car near the border at a pre-arranged location that was given to them by a cell phone, and then they were found riding in the back seat of the Marine's car. They told investigators they agreed to pay $8,000 US in order to be smuggled into the United States. Now, $8,000 US in Mexico is a hell of a lot of money, especially for someone who's poor enough that they have to jump the border into the U.S. It's not really rich people that are doing that. It's the poor, the people who have the most worse off situations. You can imagine how expensive that was for them. Now, so the attorneys representing 2 of the Marines told the Union Tribune that the client's arrest violated the Uniform Code of Military Justice. They described the arrest as pretrial punishment and unlawful command influence. Now, this is a specific term that refers to military leaders abusing their position to influence the outcome of legal proceedings. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I don't really know anything about military law, but this is an accusation that the lawyers of 2 of the men have made. So it seems very clear to me that these arrests would not be going on unless there was something of substance going on here somewhere. The idea that the U.S. military, who feel themselves above the law, which is why they commit so many human rights abuses around the world at the behest of imperialism, would do things like this domestically. If they would do it to them, what makes you think they wouldn't do these kinds of things at home? I mean, they're doing this straight up for cash. This is a straight up profit motive. I mean, if you create a corrupt system like the U.S. military, it's going to produce corrupt individuals like these men here. So far from this notion of this is our country, you're not welcome, it seems that maybe the almighty dollar might be a little bit much more of an incentive to allow people to move to the country, particularly if you can line your own pockets with it. But this is going in a long line of abuse. I mean, the abuses of the U.S. military are astronomically long. This goes into something that I couldn't even do in 5 videos to cover absolutely everything that has been going on. So this is just a little bit more on top of the mountain, maybe just a spoonful of dirt on top of an already existing mountain. But it is nonetheless a clear demonstration that the violations that soldiers commit are not just overseas in the lands of the people that are under attack by U.S. imperialism or even outright occupied by U.S. imperialism, but can be committed right there at home inside the United States. That same reckless and inhumane disregard for human life. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.